Does this make you angry?
No, not at all. I live in a world that, well, whatever. I have patience with everyone. And I watch how people put up with me while I have patience with everyone.
Again, you let me know if they're like, okay, I don't want to talk about this. Hi, I'm Chris Lujan.
And I'm BINDU.
This is the I Ams.
No, I want to talk about, okay, so.
Because I know like on here, we can't go so far into the thing that it gets incriminating, right?
Yeah, because that bitch will sue me.
Right. So I don't ever want like just the two of us talking to get to a point where you're like, fuck this.
The problem with is her buddy.
Okay. Are you recording already?
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
right? If you go on fucking Netflix, there is a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about a Dodgers game.
Oh yeah. I know.
And this lawyer saved a dude from doing life because of this fucking
that
Curb Your
is
Enthusiasm.
called.
Right.
What is that?
But he
called?
had to get that from Larry David.
I know.
Before the episode came out. And they were like, no, we're not going to give that to you.
What the fuck was that called?
And he was like, dude, this is a guy's.
It's a Netflix documentary.
Well, that guy, that lawyer.
Yeah, I know you've told me.
Is personal friend.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. And like, I've met him.
Okay.
When she.
And you don't want to meet him again.
He is
because
the
you know what
number
could
one
happen.
top dog lawyer that will cut your fucking throat.
Right.
And so because of that, and she has him on retainer, she can get away with goddamn murder. She's a fucking millionaire. She's hot as fuck. She has millions of followers. Everyone loves her. And is her goddamn lawyer. Mm-hmm. She can do whatever she wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she'll get out of jail in 10 minutes.
Right.
So she doesn't give a shit.
Right.
So
so there's certain things that you wouldn't want to talk about. So like some of like this likely not used, right? So
we can use that. She'd love that. So
okay.
Well, he's a great guy. I'm just saying he's loyal to his friend. His friend is not fucking BINDU.
Right.
Anyways, what I'm saying is that I have such a thick skin that I can go into territory that most people won't. But they'll leave feeling depressed and crushed. And that's my normal all the time. And I'll be like, oh, you sad now?
But
right. And I continue to go on like a goddamn ox.
Right.
Because I realized a long time ago, no one gives a fuck.
But.
And so I got thick skin. Most people don't.
But I don't want to push you to the brink. And again, we could not use any of this. I don't want to push you to the brink like you try to remain calm. Right? Mm-hmm. But we know that you'll pop a fucking blood vessel in your eye with anger. Right? So
okay, so that has happened.
Yes. So I don't want you to be like, oh, we could talk about whatever. We could talk about whatever. But on the inside, be fuming.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I forgot that I popped that blood vessel in my eye out of pure anger. But that really did happen.
Yeah, I know. So I don't want to. It happened because someone was telling you something.
No, what's happened in my life is that I was beat up so much and had such a hard and difficult time that when I recant and go through my life, it will extremely depress an incredible amount of people. Mm-hmm. And then there's no happy after that. There's just like, and then he lost his mind. Mm-hmm. And now here we are, right?
Sure.
So we can go down any kind of path you want. But how did Willy Wonka lose his goddamn mind? You know what I'm saying? That's a story no one has watched. Mm-hmm. And it's a terrible fucking story. So, we have this positive show of happiness and all of that.
Right.
Because Batman is my hero. Batman is never happy.
And we're also trying to be real.
Batman saves the fucking day. And everyone's like, oh, thank you, Batman. And, oh, thank you. You saved our lives. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, parents are still dead.
See, this whole conversation right now could make me feel like it could be crossing a line that when me and Maceo leave, like you're playing it cool now, but when me and Maceo leave, you're fucking pissed.
No. So what I'm trying to do now is try to be transparent and open and honest, especially with you, right? So I'm
actually being emotional.
That's fine, and you can be. But I am constantly balancing between, am I Batman or am I Doctor Doom? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah. If you get emotional, I'm going to get emotional. This is awesome. And this is why we're different than everybody else.
I mean,
because
we
we're
wanna be real.
We're real. Okay, go.
I got nothing.
Nothing? What do you mean? You're good.
All right.
Oh, Chris Luhan, I love you. I fucking love you so much, dude. Yeah.
Laugh if you want, you know.
There's no laughing here. Yeah. That's why I stay inebriated, so I'm not like that.
Well, that we could talk about, because that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know how you think it comes off, you know,
Oh, what?
the drinking on the show or in life, I guess.
Yes.
Right? I think I know how you think it comes off, but watching it and editing it and stuff like that, it comes off more frat boyish than anything. You know? So I understand the artist part of it
Sure.
and I don't want to call it an act, but the character you are on the show, I guess we could say.
The Hunter S. Thompson, always inebriated.
Right.
Yeah.
That I think that you're seeing it as exactly the Hunter S. Thompson thing, as this is part of the art.
I'm Hunter S. Thompson and Ralph Steadman mixed. So I'm that crazy inebriated dude, but then I'm drawing the adventure at the same time.
Right. But the way it comes off,
Gonzo.
to me watching, is frat boyish. Chug, chug, chug.
Oh, I see.
You know?
Right.
That's as real, I mean, like, rewind 4 minutes or whatever. That's as real as I can get about it.
Okay.
Because I care about you.
Sure.
But I also, like I said, don't want to leave here and have you be fuming. We're never going to do this again. Fuck you. I don't want to see you.
Oh. No, see, I have thick skin. That will never happen. Also, I love you forever. Plus, we're in this till the fucking end, motherfucker. There's no getting rid of me. I'm like some kind of STD.
I hope your mom doesn't watch this.
No, but okay, so to touch on that, right?
Yeah.
I only started drinking when I started performing for paint night when I became like in the beginning of my 40s.
This is now a real topic because
Right.
I know how you could talk about this for a while.
So my entire job is to peddle alcohol. That's what I do.
Right. It's the same as a band coming to play a bar.
Correct.
You're there to sell beer.
That's it.
You know,
That's
and
it.
if they can't sell the beer, why the fuck are you even? Why do they need
Correct.
to have you there?
A venue will give me their entire restaurant and their liquor license, their bar, and employees, as long as I promise people are going to buy drinks. So I am this crazy fucking mad hatter.
Right. I get it completely.
I show up and let's cheers.
Right.
And that's
you
all that.
You really, because you have a microphone and you're not playing songs and shit like that, you know, like a band is there to entertain by playing their songs and hopefully people buy beer. You are on stage painting and talk just the whole time talking. I'm not saying like, you know, you talk too much, but like you're up there the whole time talking with no, I have to, for 4 minutes, I'm performing this song and then I'm going to talk for 5 seconds and then play another song. Your whole thing is talking. So you really have taken the, I'm here to sell beer seriously.
Yes.
Like you really have the, I'm going to make this place money mentality.
Right.
More than a band would. Because like I said, you know, they have to play a song for 4 minutes and then talk for a song for 4 minutes. You know?
Yeah. But I'm going to be at that venue every week.
Right.
So I make venues. If there's 52 weeks a year, I make them 50 grand a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I stay alive. And that's how I keep my kids in college and all of that.
Right.
But I am physically, what I found out, allergic to alcohol.
Right.
So I should not be drinking it ever.
And it's
So
hard
what
to stop
happens
somebody.
is when
That's why this conversation is like it is.
When I stop drinking and I only drink at my shows, I could allergically lose control of my fucking show.
Right.
Which would be the end of my life. It'd be the end of my kids going to school.
Any money coming in.
It'd be the end of everything.
You know.
So I stay slightly inebriated at all times so my body understands how to control this because this is my way of life now.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is, I just like being high as fuck all the time and doing mushrooms and acid.
Right. See, now it's weird because that I understand. Make sure to like and subscribe and join our Discord and Patreon. Check out our links.
Now back to the show.
Right? Because I see it's a different kind of change in personality.
Yes.
Marijuana to LSD to mushrooms or whatever is a different personality. It gives you a different personality than alcohol gives you a personality.
Yes.
So like in a way they're two different things.
Gives you a shitty personality. You become a fucking asshole.
I mean, pretty much. There's probably like, again, I don't drink, and for me, it's because well, first of all, beer tastes like shit to me. So like, it's an acquired taste.
Yes.
A taste I don't need to acquire. Fuck that. Beer's awful. I think always have. Right.
Right.
But when I do drink, I guess if I'm drinking hard drinks or like mixed drinks or whatever, as soon as I get to that point of I feel something, it's not a feeling I enjoy.
I see.
So like even just being tipsy, I'm already like, I don't like this, so I'll stop. You know? So now, and then also being the high fuck that I am right now, that I'm probably too high for this episode, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I understand that high, and it's like that high I enjoy. So like, I also understand that they're two different highs, or I guess alcohol would be a low. They're just, so like, I understand that they feel different. To me, they give me a different personality. So I see it in others. You know, I could see like how you just said, you like to smoke weed and LSD, mushrooms, whatever. I can understand that because you don't turn into this guy.
Yeah. This guy, well, this is a different guy, right?
Right.
Yeah. And you hate it. Or you notice the difference and it's becoming a problem? Or it's just dawning on you now like, holy shit, he's BINDU on stage and he's BINDU when he's not on stage. That motherfucker that you see at paint night is the real guy all the time. Yeah. Okay, so...
Well, so like I said earlier, if like you're trying to be humble, right? You're trying
I'm trying.
Right? Exactly.
But I'm not.
No, I understand that. But a lot of this show is to humble you, I guess. Like you always say, I make fun of you, or like I'm one of the only people who could talk to you the way I do.
You
right?
and my brothers are the only ones that can talk to me the way you do.
Yeah.
Correct.
What the fuck am I talking about?
We're going somewhere.
Where was I?
I don't know.
I know. Well, I gave you some powerful...
so you were asking me questions of like, does it make me how did you
Does it
put
look like it's becoming a problem or something like that?
No, it looks like it's on the verge of a problem. Do you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
It wouldn't take any more for it to be a problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
so like
beers a day.
So you watch me cry like a baby. What it does is concern me.
Well, it's people,
you know,
you weren't crying because you're a baby. You're crying because you're concerned.
But that's what I'm saying.
And there's not many people that have friends that are decades old that are dope as fuck. And so now you're watching me descend into madness.
Yeah. And it's not my job to save you either.
No, well, I'm living a horrible, miserable life. I hate living. That's the honest truth. And so I try to find reasons every day to stay alive. And so that's why I do suicide prevention awarenesses, and I'm constantly doing fundraisers for battered women and cancer patients and all of that. I'm Batman. I am miserable and I'll never be happy. So I'm trying to do good, right? But naturally, I'm Dr. Doom. And naturally, I get angry and want to fucking dominate the world. And how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to calm that all down. But the truth of the matter is, if I go to sleep tonight and I don't wake up, I'm okay with that. Well, so now, tell me about this. Well, I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So that's why I'm saying like art heals, and I'm trying to find purpose with art because I never got. I know I'm a badass, but I never started actually doing it. I just know I can do it. So why?
right. Well,
And you're
that's
like,
I've
do
been.
it, motherfucker. So now I'm
Yeah,
doing
I'm
it.
very much a do it motherfucker person.
Now I'm doing it and showing.
That's why I like go to my Spotify. This is the fucked up part. Go to my Spotify and look, are there any current acts that have as many releases as I do? You know, because I'm the fucking just do it guy. I'm the like, why am I not putting this out? You know what I mean? Like, go into my Spotify. There's like 3 albums and like 25 singles or something like that. It's so much that I think I need to start deleting stuff off of Spotify because it looks overwhelming. Like I get scared, like people are gonna go there and be like, oh my God, I don't know what to listen to. I won't listen to anything. You know? What am I talking about?
Spotify. What am I talking about? I won't listen to anything. No, okay, so
I'm sure when I'm editing this, I'll tie it all together and be like, damn it, I should have come back to this.
no. And you know what? We should also have like notes, so I could be like, wait a minute, I want to get back to this point and write it down.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, and I can understand by the way you talk to our producer. Like you've been here a while.
Today?
Yeah. We
3
made
hours?
coffee,
Yeah.
we've been talking, we've been smoking and all of that. Then we go to record, I busted the beer out. And now...
Right. There was no beer until we're sitting down to record.
Correct.
Go ahead.
But normally, there's beers the second you walk in.
True. Yes.
Right. And so...
You even pointed it out to make sure I knew, but I knew.
Well, no, I'm very aware that you are aware. Right?
Yeah.
But I also look at life now is that I made it to that place called Pinnacle.
Okay, Ken Nordine.
No, for real. An undulating halo, right? And so I am now an empty nester. I was married and learned the discipline of being married for over 20 years. I had a beautiful wife. So that means every time I went into a place, I had to fucking, who do I got to fight tonight? You know, all of that bullshit. I had both of my kids stayed out of gangs. They stayed out of drugs. They stayed out of porn. My daughter she became a professional librarian. She graduated out of San Jose State, and then she went abroad to Ireland, and she graduated grad school.
She's Mrs. Decibel.
She's fucking awesome, right? And my son right now is trying to be a bioengineer, but he's still in his undergrad shit, right? So he's doing all of that. Great. After I was married, I was a monk for a couple of years. But you look at porn, motherfucker, a motherfucker masturbates. I was masturbating to a certain, like, you know, when you go through porn and you'll look at porn, but then there's your finisher, your favorite one that you like. Am I the only one? Okay, whatever. So he was the person that I liked to finish on back then.
And yep.
So
you could use that same exact phrase. Go ahead.
Now I'm a monk, right? My wife, it didn't work out. I'm depressed. All this shit,
right?
What people don't know is we lost a child together. This like all kinds of shit happened.
Yeah,
I've been through some life, right?
I was there for all of that.
You were, right? So then, the girl that I fantasize about notices me because I'm friends with David Cho, and she's like, "Asa Akira, who is that motherfucker?" And she slides into my DMs, but because I stalk her, I know it's her. It's her official shit.
Right.
And so she slides into my life and we start hanging out for almost 3 years.
Right.
And so me hanging out, and she showed me she wasn't just a porn star. She was the A-list, top tier Spiegler girl, fucking porn star, penthouse pet cover girl, walking the red carpets and all that shit, bringing me along and all that type of shit. So I got to experience this crazy fear and loathing lifestyle after having done everything right. And so now that I have carved my way away from the grid, I own my own business. Right?
Yeah.
I work the hours that I choose.
Right.
When I do work, we paint what I want to paint, and I play the music I want to play.
Right.
Which is hip hop. Or you. Right?
Thank you.
I cuss at my audience, I insult them, and they fucking clap, standing ovation, and I get people line up to take pictures. When I'm not doing that, then I'm drawing with you or going and meeting Secret Sidewalk or, all this shit. My whole life is a crazy fucking cartoon. When I wake up in the morning and I roll a joint and I get a beer, I'm bragging. Most people can't do this shit. But I can, motherfucker, because I made it to that place called Pinnacle. I did the family thing. Then I went and dominated porn in Hollywood, right? Now I'm a monk growing bonsai trees, making dope-ass art with my dope-ass friend that also makes dope-ass art. But I get to drink a beer at fucking 2:47 in the afternoon if I fucking want to, and I can get shit drunk if I want, because I earned that shit.
I understand.
I had this hard-ass life, but only in my 40s did it start picking up. And Chris Lujan, I'm in my 50s now. I'm not fucking around. So I'm going all in 10 toes with the full chest. Let's fucking do it. What is this? Acid? Awesome. Beer? Awesome. Weed? Awesome. Let's rock. No one can keep up with me. I'm the baddest motherfucker on planet Earth. But I'm trying, Chris Lujan. I'm trying really hard to be the shepherd.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to be humble and reel it in and dial it back, but I can draw with my left hand and I can draw with my right hand.
I understand.
I can paint with both hands at the same time. I'm a bad motherfucker, man. And I've been there and I've done that. So now we're just sitting down, reflecting, having interesting conversations as we continue to create art, right? But I'm just fucking super inebriated the whole goddamn time. Why not? Right?
Okay.
But I get it. If it concerns you, I'll dial it out.
I mean, it's because we care about you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I understand
we're
everything
rolling
you're saying.
joints that will put people in a coma.
I understand that, but like seeing the you who is smoking coma joints and the you who's drinking, they're two different people. You know, which is what I was trying to say.
Well, that's because marijuana is intellectual,
Right?
and this is if you want to fucking go America.
I think the best way that he put it is when you start drinking, you become paint night BINDU.
Yes.
And when you're
Oh.
eating,
And so this goes all the way back to the conversations in the backyard. So these are the conversations we've been having. If we want to be real, when it was us in my backyard smoking and talking, I was getting Brandon.
Got you.
And we were like, we need to have a show. We're so real, we need to have a show. There's no show where people are real.
I get it.
Then what happens is once you start drinking and you become BINDU, it's no longer us being real. You're being a hyper version of real. And it's like, it starts to feel, I mean, clearly this is making for good content. So like, whatever. But that's when it starts to feel like, this is no longer real. I'm watching BINDU put on a show.
That's all you had to say. I'm offended. That's all you had to say. If me drinking and I become BINDU, I'm no longer authentic. If Chris Lujan says that I'm not being real, now I'm listening. Anybody else, fuck off. But if you say it, all right, I'll listen. If my brothers say it, I'll listen. The problem is my brother's an alcoholic. Okay. But yeah. Well, not all of my brothers, just one of them really enjoys the alcohol. If you're telling me that the reason why we started this was because of this, and when I start doing this, it gets away from why we started things, then this has to go.
I mean, I'm not even saying that we're this, but it's because I think, well, according to you, you're always this.
Well, okay,
right?
so you were like, how come we didn't hang out? Were you mad at me? No, I'm
Wait,
a pothead. Okay, way back, right? You were like, there's a long time when we didn't hang out.
Right.
It's because you didn't smoke weed.
Which is what I get scared of happening again.
No, I smoke weed constantly, and if you don't smoke weed, you can't.
Then you act like me in front of a camera?
No, there's when people smoke, it's called a cipher. Right?
Yeah.
And so if you weren't smoking and I was always smoking, especially in that time, because marijuana was not legal. So you have to chase the dragon. Like I told you, I have this wife, I have kids, I have a home, but I'm in these seedy ass places to get the best marijuana.
I understand,
right?
yeah.
And if you're not a part of that, you won't even what the fuck, right? And that's a whole reason why we didn't hang out. But once you started smoking weed, oh, well, fuck. Now we're hanging out.
Right.
But not only that, weed became legal in California. And so everything kind of lined up and we started, whatever. Right? But the whole alcohol thing, I can see how I become Bindu with the alcohol for sure. But I was thinking become Bindu for the show because I'm Bindu.
Right. But the reason we started this show is because we were just talking, the two of us.
So I see.
So I don't.
I'm going to pour this up.
Thoughts?
Baby.
Fucking A.
Well,
I know you said, now I'm offended. I hope you're not offended.
no, I'm offended that I am portraying myself not authentically because the only person that knows me close enough to be able to tell the difference is you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not only that, people pay money to go to my show, and I'm a force of nature. They're like,
Well, so
I'm like, what'd you say? I've been to,
there are
motherfucker.
plenty of times.
And you're just like, bitch.
There are plenty of times when you're not drinking that, again, like back to the backyard. We're talking, and Bindu comes out for a bloop. Oh, there was Bindu. Like, I can see it where it becomes a thing, right? That doesn't bother me. And I don't want to say the drinking bothers me because, like I said, we're at the edge. I don't want to say it's become I'm not doing this anymore type of thing, But that guy, there's no turning it off. Once it goes Bindu, there's no going back.
Correct.
Where and so like we understand that there is a character Bindu.
Mm-hmm.
So like, which is so odd. It's like we're talking about a split personality kind of thing here.
Severance, motherfucker. No, and I'll tell you why.
Right.
Good, hold on to that thought.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Right?
Okay.
But when I'm Bindu is autopilot.
Right.
If I'm too depressed to go through the day, Bindu could do anything.
Right.
Bindu is bulletproof. What's up, motherfuckers? Right?
Yeah.
So I hide behind Bindu a lot.
But you don't have to do that with me. I guess there's like whoever's watching as well.
Right? But you just came into my life. Bindu is autopilot for me because I struggle on a daily basis.
But Bindu becomes autopilot the way, like how you said, I could see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Bindu becomes autopilot when you've drank too much.
Okay, so check this out.
Little bits of Bindu come out all the time, and that's pure entertainment. That's part of why you're fun to hang out with. But once you get to it's weird because it's like, hey, we like that guy. But then when you become that guy full time, it's a bit much,
That's why I'm divorced.
Right.
And girls will find me and be like, that guy's exciting, always mysterious. Well, I like that crooked tooth or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Look at the size of his hands, right? But the truth of the matter is, when you're around me 24 hours a day, it's too fucking much. It's too much. Jesus.
But it's not, but it's not you. Because like I'm around you as much as I can be, and it's not too much to be around you. Do you know what I mean?
Only recently, because recently I've been meditating and trying to find the truth of everything.
Yeah.
And here's the truth. I cause all of my problems.
We all cause most of our own problems.
Right,
I guess every once in a while something is an outside source, but we all cause our own problems.
But no one acknowledges that, right? It's always everyone
yeah,
else.
for sure.
Right? And I realize, like right now, my kids don't like talking to me at all, right? It's because I am too much, right? I lost an incredible wife, right? It was all her fault. Now, in retrospect, I can see, holy fuck, I fucked that all up, right? So now I'm in a moment of reflection. But as I'm reflecting, dude, you were just with me 3 days ago.
Right.
I'm doing a show for 100 fucking people. Mm-hmm. They're cops. Everyone's drunk. They're cheering. They're buying me drinks. Bindu.
Right.
The whole thing. And it's like...
And so, see, that's something I can understand because it's a whole night. Basically, you may as well just fucking label it Night with Bindu.
Correct. However, if I don't daily drink, then when I do have that one show,
I get
I
that.
can have an allergic reaction, start fighting a police officer, and then what? Right? I've put people in hospitals before, and I don't even know. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's why I'm like, okay.
People you're close to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, wow.
I'm not saying you did that to me,
Sure.
but like that's part of the fear
Sure.
of being not of a being here with you. You have 2 beers. You know, like I said, I could see the difference, but it's not like you're violent. You know what I mean?
No.
But
I'll cut people off.
But we know that you have been violent to people you love.
Correct.
And so here I am at a paint night,
Yeah.
a person you love.
Yes.
So that's where it gets a little like, I don't want to say it's scary because it's not scary, but there's a little, it gets to the point at paint nights when I'm assisting you that it gets a little bit like anything could happen.
Yeah, well, you saw that when I embarrassed your family at the hamburger place.
Yeah,
When that guy came in,
But that
and I was like, "Look at his belly," and I was like,
that's true.
I said that shit out loud. I wasn't even trying to hide
You were
it.
violent with your words, but like
Well, I
you
was
were
ready to fight.
You were violent. You were
Right.
ready to fight because of his belly.
I'm always ready to fight. I got sound effects of
I asked
punching.
you if you want to fight all the time, and you're like, no violence.
I'm trying not to.
Which I guess maybe I should just keep asking you to fight to make sure that you always say no violence.
Yes, no violence, no violence. Because I am built for the UFC. I'm built for it. I'm. You know what I am? I'm Nate Diaz. We live 20 minutes away from that motherfucker. I'm Nate Diaz, but I read sci-fi. Like I know Isaac Asimov and Ray Bradbury and shit. And Heinlein. I don't know what
Should
to tell
this
you.
episode just end with you killing me, chopping my body parts up, and sticking them in my shed?
No, I think I think it took great bravery and honesty for you to even bring that up.
Again, that's a conversation that's very difficult. So like I don't know how you like I still could leave and you'd be like, fuck this shit.
I'll never say that.
You know?
I'll never say that. I'll never say that.
Okay.
I love you, man. No, for serious, for reals. No, I love you, man.
Why are you doing this?
No, I fucking listen. I'm hearing what you have to say.
Okay.
But I don't listen to most people. I have the ability to be like, I'm Dr. Doom. Fool.
Well, I mean,
Dum, dum,
so let's see. On the next episode of the IMs, let's see if Brandon really listened or if there is another episode of the IMs and that is it. Fuck.
No, man.
Next week on the IMs.
Wow, that was real.
I mean, you want to be real.
That's why the show's dope.
Hey, am I the motherfucking best? Look at those titties. Look at those titties right there. My man painted titties.